I got a really good question today, and I want to cover it right here because somebody might need to hear this information. Now, I just landed in LA coming back from Mexico. I got a quick overnight sleep, and then 5 a.m. I'm off back to Honolulu. So I'll see you back in the studio tomorrow. But let's get to the question. I'm going to paraphrase this because it'll just make more sense. The question was based around if I've had any experience with a personal video of my own or somebody that I know where they have been shooting for a long time and then all of a sudden a video just popped, or if it's really true that you can kind of go from zero to sort of big, right? Like, is it possible now to start from scratch and still have some sort of insane growth? And the answer to that question is absolutely. So here's what's happening. And I think it's really hard to get this through your head because it hasn't happened to you. I want you to think of every video as a pull on the, what is that? What do they call that? Not Mega Millions. What do they call it when you hit the big slot machine jackpot in Vegas? I wouldn't call it Mega Bucks. That might be what it is. I forget. I don't really play slots anymore. But every person who walks by that machine, let's pick the day that somebody wins. The recent one was something like $7 million. I can tell you firsthand, 3,000-4,000 people walked past that machine that day, maybe more, and was like, it'll never happen to me. And they didn't pull it. And then one person from Hawaii rolled up on the machine, stuck in their little $3, pulled that handle, and they won the big jackpot. Now, what does that say? That says every shot you don't take is an absolute loss. Every shot you do take is another roll of the dice. And I don't really think this is pure gambling because there are things that you can do that will allow for slow growth. But that jackpot, it kind of just happens. So many years ago, I made a video discussing changing a hard drive on a 2012 MacBook. And that video basically sat at about 2,000 views for about 6 months. And then one day I woke up and my phone was super hot because back then I was dumb enough to have YouTube comments show up as a notification. And when I went scrolling through the notifications, it would just kept going and going and going. So I get out my computer and I go to YouTube, and that video was sitting on like 100,000 views. And that just happens, people. So first of all, that growth doesn't mean anything. I do want to tell you that was fun and it felt good. And that video sits at just under 700,000 views right now. But that doesn't mean what you think it means. That's not going to like change your life overnight. But it just felt good. Let's be honest. Let's be truthfully honest. It did feel good to have that win. And based off the Amazon affiliate income that came from people buying hard drives and various other accoutrements related to said hard drives, I was making some pretty decent Amazon affiliate income off of that at some point, like $2,000 a month, right? So yeah, I mean, that might make or break something for many people, but that didn't like make me move to a bigger house or bought a car off of it or anything like that. I think if I look at that video today, if I remember correctly, I think total income off that video might be about $8,000, right? But that's over the course of many years. And yes, that is helpful. I'm not going to like blow that off. Okay. I'm not that crazy. Some of you guys could use $8,000 right now. Shit, I could use $8,000 right now. However, what I'm doing now in trying to help you guys solve this idea of putting out your story and sharing your story and teaching people something, making the world better, way more fulfilling. I would trade all of that money back right now to be doing what I'm doing right now. So it's kind of, you got to understand what your success level is. You got to ask yourself, what are you doing this for? If you just want a bunch of numbers, go buy some views. No, please don't do that. That's terrible advice. But I mean, literally, those numbers don't mean anything. And all you need to know is that when you put out a video, if you make 3 people smile, hell, you're making the world a better place. And luckily at this point, dang it, I stopped saying luckily. No, I earned it. But at this point, I feel like I make more than 3 people smile, and that's okay. That's really much all I need. But, understand it can be a business. You can use it to provide leads that you work towards the business that you're building. You can use it to make some income, but ad rev is terrible. Ad rev is 100% terrible. That's really not the thing. So just know, not shooting your shot will still be the same as what you're doing right now. So you might as well shoot it, because you never know which one of those videos is going to change somebody's life or change yours. Yeah, it's crazy. Like, it's a hard thing to wrap your head around. And that's why I often say to people, don't even start if you don't want to do this just because you love it. Like, I legit do this because I love it. I would do this anyway, regardless of whether I made a single cent on ad rev. And that includes making 189 videos in a row. Tomorrow will be 190 videos. I would have done every one of those videos for free. So that's really, it's hard to explain that to people, because so many people think that I'm going to come to YouTube and I'm going to make a lot of ad rev and I'm going to get rich. And it doesn't work that way. Now, there are people that have entire full-time creator businesses off of YouTube, but it's normally something more than just you happen to click an ad that pops up on YouTube right now. Heck, most people have premium anyway, so we're splitting the giant pot of premium revenue anyway. There's way, way better ways to monetize your content than YouTube ad rev, but we're going to save that for a different video, because I got to get up at 4:30 so I can get on the flight and get back home. But main thing for you to take away is that you gotta shoot your shots. You cannot win with that video that's still on your hard drive. It is impossible. There's no way. So just make content and make the world a better place. If you help enough people, it will help you. That's the best way I can explain it. It really is the best way I can explain it. Now, I don't know who needed to hear this, but if it was you, let me know down in the comment section below. And I got to thank my homie, you know who you are, for that amazing question. It is a good question. I just hope people understand that all of this is a gamble, but it's like real gambling. Only do it if you can afford it, and only do it if it's fun to you. It's the same thing, just less damaging to your life. Right about now, the algorithm is going to show you another video they think you should watch. And I agree with him. Now go shoot your shot.
I need to know everything. Who and the what and the where. I need everything. Trust me, I hear what you're saying, but act like it's new what you're telling me. I'm curious, George. I hop in the Porsche. It's 5 and a horse. I'm ready for war. I'm coming for throats to turn to a ghost. I need to know everything. Now you be surprised at the info you get is by letting them talk, so I'm letting them talk. Gotta keep quiet, maneuver in silence to let them.